Hey, what's up everyone, Blade here, and welcome back to another video of Persona 5 The Phantom X. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be going over the recap that was happening for version 3.4 and 5. If you guys have not seen them, you're going to find them right here immediately. And I'm going to try to get to the bread, the meat, the potatoes, and we're going to try and do everything that we need to do. So if you guys do like the video, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below what you were expecting. Are you happy? Are you not happy? And we're going to get straight into it. So on my screen here, you guys, you should be able to see at least the what's it called, my ARC browser here in a second, in which I need to actually go ahead and make that bigger. But we have a lot of things to cover in the 3.4 and 3.5 update here. There was a lot of things that was shown, whether it being the CrossFATE story for Kasumi as well as Kasumi's release, tons of things with like music updates, different TYCOON updates, all this good and stuff. But man, I wasn't expecting everything that they ended up announcing here. There was even some changes that I thought was kind of interesting as well. If we can go ahead and check out at 10:30, which was the start of where I found things kind of being interesting, was when they started talking about the CrossFATE. Now, CrossFATE itself isn't anything new here, and we should have actually gotten it a little bit earlier with Kasumi's release here, but Kasumi didn't, of course, come out as early, so we got it later with her release now. CrossFATE is going to be happening with Kasumi, and it's going to have a very interesting story itself. So a lot of you guys might want to pay attention, because this is the last part, besides Akechi's part, to the entire P5 collab. So it is going to be somewhat interesting. It's going to have some interesting twists as well. So you do want to pay attention to that. And with this CrossFATE is also going to come its own events. So with the events itself, we have two of them. One of them being the part 1 of the event collab here, which you're going to have these little things to get a lot of gems and stuff out of it. Different missions that you're gonna have to take advantage over. Alongside of this here, you can fight what is his name, Macabre, which is going to be the Regulations of Fate type collab here, or at least Fate type event. You got to fight certain levels, you get a certain amount of gifts from this, and then of course you can do all different things to get like special medals. Alongside of this, we do have Jose's event collab that's going to be happening, which is Jose's Dicey Adventure. I think this is our second time maybe doing this, or maybe it's our first time getting this event here. And pretty much all you're doing is rolling the dice, see how far you can get a certain amount of flowers, and exchange them for gold tickets and other materials, which is always great to do. Then afterwards, later down the line here, we got a few more things that ended up happening. Some of these being the information with Kasumi, and instead of looking at the actual stream for this, we can actually look at P5X news and info. Well, apparently Kasumi did get some changes here, and some of them were actually really good changes. We now have her A2 instead of with 2 steps increase. Well, instead of just increasing the attack by 33%, she's now getting with 2 steps as a permanent effect. We'll get that increased attack percentage. And then of course with 3, you get the permanent effect of crit damage being 33%. We also got a little bit of a buff on her A0, which, as I did say before, this is kind of what I expected, was a crit rate buff. Instead of 3%, it's now 4%, which is always nice. Then the A6 got a buff, being instead of 70 highlight, it is now 80% of the normal damage when you do the highlight, which is always great. We got some other changes being from her skill 1, skill 3, and her highlight. The skill 1 itself got increased to 121.6% instead of 93%, meaning she is going to deal a lot more damage with that skill 1. The skill 3 itself went from dealing 214, which was already pretty decent, now to dealing nearly 250% in damage, meaning that's going to be a lot of damage that's going to happen there. And then the highlight itself went from being 243.8% damage to 273.1%. This girl was already hitting like 1 mil pretty easily, hitting 2 mil pretty easily, heck, sometimes scratching the surface of 3 mil. She now got a buff to her highlight. She is definitely going to be hitting some high numbers when paired with the right buffers and doing everything correctly, which is great to see. Alongside of this, she is increasing her highlight damage. Instead of being from 10% per stack, it is 15% per stack. Her rhythm count, or her talent itself, has, instead of 10% blessed damage up, is now 15%, and instead of up to 30% is now 45%, which is absolutely amazing. They actually did a really good job at buffing her, and honestly, I was not expecting them to do that, which honestly isn't the worst thing about it. I thought it was just not going to happen, and they ended up doing that as well. 2 more things here that was immediately shown was the Oracle and Noir rerun. If you do not have either one of these characters, you will be able to summon for them. Obviously, this is the milk, you guys, especially for the anniversary. So you will be obviously able to pull them, but that's up to you if you want to go ahead and indulge. Another thing that was added is the MARTHYM stamp event, where we have a rebate. This one's a little bit different because instead of it being the normal rebate skill that I was expecting, we are actually getting a different rebate skill called Sonic Interference. I don't know what the flip that does, so I'm unsure exactly what is that going to be, but that was introduced as well. Now, if we go back to at least the stream here, we can check at 440, where we did get a music update to the band thing here. This was obviously inside the band area. You would only notice this if you are genuinely, of course, playing this like crazy. Band Club is going to have the new song Take Over, which is always great. Then at 4226, we are getting a new persona, which is let's see if I can find it real quick. There it is, which is going to be obviously Sarosha. This is a really good persona if you are using for Kasumi. You can obviously exchange it out, which is going to be great. We also got a TYCOON update that's going to be happening. Now we have Kasumi in there as well, but it's just a new start of a season, which is always great. Then we had to wait a little further down the line. Obviously, we had some information on Turbo that came out, but a lot of you guys, if you do not know, Turbo has been introduced, and with her, of course, if you are ending up pulling her, if you draw 80 times, you get 20 platinum tickets back. This is somewhat good. It used to be how if you just pulled her at any time in between that period, you get 20 tickets back. Now, due to Japanese law, it is 80 times and you get 20 tickets back, which is a little bit of a downside. But hey, if you're already pulling on the guaranteed banner, 80 pulls on guaranteed banner plus the 20 tickets can get you to 100, meaning technically you can get there pretty easily if you are going ahead and summoning on the guaranteed banner, which is probably the better choice. Same time, I don't know if that's really good for most people. It honestly depends on them. But the weapon is the same way. This one you have to pull 70 times, you get 20 millicoins back, though it's really gonna hurt, especially if you fail 50-50. I think this is like kind of weird. I don't know if it's really worth it, but we'll end up having to see if it is worth it on this one. I will be pulling as well, so we'll see what happens there. So you might be seeing a pulling video very soon, but we do know that. After this, we do have some things, being at least Vino's side story, as well as Turbo's Thieves Den here, or Thief Secrets. At 101, I believe it was here. Let's go ahead and look on over here. We have the Thief Secrets for Turbo. Oh, not you, guy, but not you again. God dang it. We have Thief Secrets here for Turbo, which is obviously going to give us a lot of meta jewels and training mats. Then, of course, we do have the Vino side story that's going to be happening at 104, I believe, 105. And this is also going to be taking place with Minako Nago, they're at least here as well, who is Ange, that a lot of you guys are going to be meeting when she does happen too. So we got Chizuko, Nago, and then we have Manaka as well. You're going to meet both of them very soon, and that's going to be absolutely fantastic. But alongside with those two things, to wrap up everything here, we do have a Trial of Thorns happening here, which is going to give us more gems later down the line for a different update. So look forward to that update as well. And then lastly, the update jewels happening at around 112.54, which obviously is our 600 meta jewels. Can't beat that with a yardstick. Do love it, though. At the same time, this is a very interesting, at least a very interesting time period, because obviously they're showing off the current collab, or at least they're showing the current update version, the next update version, and a semi-teased, of course, a catchy to some degree, but we'll have to see if that's really going to be the case, because now since they're moving a lot of banners around, we are very much so not noticing what's going to happen. I do think Ikechi is going to be the next character fully. Pretty sure they can confirm that to an extent, but we'll have to see in the future. So pretty darn interesting. You guys let me know down below how y'all feel about it. Are you excited? Are you not? Let me know. But till then, everybody, stay safe, stay sharp, and peace on out.